So today's history unfolded at Kasarani Sports Stadium as thousands of Kenyans, of course, gathered to pay their final respects. As you can see, chaos erupted as always. Wakenya ni Wakenya. But, they paid their final respects to the late Right Honorable Raila Amolo Odinga, a man whose name is woven deep into the fabric of Kenya's political journey, And from early morning hours, of course, that the viewing was supposed to happen at the Kenya Parliament, but it was moved to Kasarani, and it was filled with emotion and movement. Of course, people were many, and many walked as far as from the city center, and they were very determined, to witness and to say a final goodbye to a man they have followed, they have cheered, and they have loved for decades. And as you know, the atmosphere was charged heavy with sorrow and pride. Crowds surged forward. They were singing liberation songs, waving flags, holding portraits of Raila, the people's champion, the reformist, a man who never really gave up on the dream of a better Kenya. But of course, as emotions ran high, chaos briefly erupted. The police fired tear gas to control the swelling crowd outside the stadium gates, but still the people remained coughing and crying, "Wow, now that is the love of a leader." And of course, they were chanting his name, their spirit unbroken, much like the man they came to honor, So inside the stadium, there was a deep silence. Leaders across the political divide gathered, united for once. Among them was President William Ruto, former President Uhuru Kenyatta, and members of Raila's family, of course, all standing side to side to pay tribute to a life of resilience and conviction. And of course, as you know, as they are paying their final respects, the casket is draped in the Kenyan flag, lay in the center, and a symbol of a lifetime spent fighting for democracy, justice, and unity, Outside, of course, the chants continued. Sound of vuvuzelas, ama ni vuvuzela, mnaita aje hiyo, yes. A celebration of a life even in death, because of Raila was more than a politician, He was an idea that refused to die even in defeat. An idea that spoke to the power of courage, persistence, and belief in the people. So, tomorrow will be the state funeral. And of course, Kenyans, as they have gathered today, they'll still gather tomorrow to do their final farewell as a state. But today, in the chants and the tears and the unity seen in Kasarani, I believe the spirit of Raila Amolo Odinga lives on, and wherever he is, I know he's happy to see that people turned up. Yeah.